my god.
There, this is nice and tight. Oh shit, I'm doing the wrong thing. Whoops. There we go.
What are you doing?
No.
Sing again?
No, we don't got to sing nothing. We don't got to sing nothing.
Special guest.
Oh jeez. There we go.
Special guest Paul Mazzucchelli.
Hello.
Mazzucchelli.
And I'm Michael.
And I'm Sean.
I'm tired.
Show him the shoes you're wearing.
I don't want to get a cramp. If I get a cramp, I'm going to kick this microphone.
So we're back on the podcast, episode 8.
Yay!
Yeah, 8. And yeah, Paul has joined us to explain his life. What's your life like?
Hey, how about roll the intro?
Damn.
Oh yeah, roll the
You
intro.
gotta be like that.
Roll the intro. After me. Or you. I don't care. So wait, hold on. Let's wait the 6 seconds. Ready? Roll the intro.
That's enough.
Yeah, because he likes to make it the easy way, and then he just puts the intro over our voices.
Because if we do it live, it's gonna be like that so much.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, Paul.
How's your life?
Hello.
How's the film extraordinaire doing?
I mean,
How's that video?
I gotta meet up with you guys more.
Yeah, I'm glad you have been coming a lot more often, because it's a little bit more fun, because then we could play more games with more people.
Yep.
Because he's getting bored. He's getting boring. That's what I meant. Okay. Raheem couldn't make it today because I kind of overslept. Because he was wandering the school for like a good hour or two. Because he was waiting for me to tell him.
He's like a lost child. You had to pick him up from school. You didn't know where to go, but you were just sleeping.
It was okay. It's just like he needed the okay to start coming to my house, but
Dad,
I never.
can
answered.
I come over?
Oh man! But
Mom left me at school.
she never came to pick me up. Oh man! But yeah,
Don't do that fucking laugh.
I'm not. But
Oh, she's. Yeah, wait.
what was it saying? Raheem.
Wow.
Raheem not coming. So yeah, he basically just told me, yeah, he's not feeling it because apparently it's gonna snow later. So
Yeah,
you can't forget to leave at a certain time so you can get picked up.
I can walk home.
I know, but I don't want you to be walking in the snow if it's gonna be like
He walks with slides.
A foot of snow with slides on.
I know, I remember actually. Yeah.
Have you forgot who
Yeah.
you're talking to?
Yeah.
Me, I'm a block away.
Yeah, I know. I'm not worried about you. I'm just-
Imagine
It does not matter what weather it is
He
outside.
gets
I
more
will be.
frozen
I
than
can
you.
walk home.
This man freezes. You're over there like playing Pokemon Go. Just walking.
It's like my battery's dying even faster.
But yeah.
The laughing thing just reminded me of what happened on the Green Line.
Oh yeah, that's a good story. I don't think Paul's heard this either.
So, we were going to the hospital place.
Well, we were coming back.
we're coming back.
We were going to
Yeah.
Wagamama to Prudential.
Well, we didn't know everyone there yet.
Yeah, but we were going to Prudential.
So, I kept doing the joke, my name Jeff.
I don't know why that was so amusing to me for some reason.
And he was just like looking out the train door, which is like glass and whatever, and he looked depressed. I'm like, Jeff sad?
See, I know, like it doesn't make sense, but I was just like, at the moment, I was so caught off guard, and I just started laughing my ass off, and then like it was so hard because we were like this close, just the same, and all you like
You were laughing. You were just pushing him out the seat.
No, we weren't even sitting down. We were standing up because everybody was crowded next to each other, and
It looked like we're on drugs.
it was what was making it worse is that we were having that silent laughter, but all you feel is shaking. From the laughter.
So the people next to you
Yeah.
were just like, what the hell is wrong with
What is
these
going
people?
on? Like, I know it's not the train moving. Everybody's. It's like constant like moving up and down. So it was just like. And then I started getting cramps in my stomach because I was making it much worse. And I was just like, cramp.
I was like, Jeff, okay? You're like, shut up.
like at one point we had to like I had to get out because people were getting out, and I just had to like I was like I gotta take a breather because
I was like, this is the worst.
I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here.
As we're laughing, and I'm like, this is the worst place to have this happen.
it
People
made
were
no sense.
This old dude was just like looking at us in the worst
The
way.
crackheads. Crackheads.
Like we're just like, I don't know what doing, and then we just started. I just said, Jeff said.
I don't know why that was so amusing. That was just. It was just like
He started laughing more because I was tearing up.
Yeah, that's a. Oh my god.
And then I would have lost it if he did this. His like laugh that just kills me. I've almost died from this guy like 3 times just from laughing.
That's one way to go. That's one of my wishes. Just
Yeah, but it's
die
like
laughing.
he's like
To kill your
stop.
friend because of
No, me die laughing. That's
Like I'm like stop. Stop laughing, and it's just like my body just keeps going until it's like I'm leaving the house.
oh yeah, that time that was pretty fun.
Yeah, we couldn't leave. We're stuck in this corner in the train with nothing to do. We're just like
just shaking the train. That's all it was. It was. Oh man, that was good. But yeah, that was a good laughter. Anything about you, Matt? We don't mean to put you on the spotlight, Matt.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Can we have a spotlight just pop up here?
We should just install lights right here.
Just click buttons.
But
It's
yeah,
like Paul.
Let's give him like some sort of like something to go off of.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like, if we just say something, we just
Now
like
say something.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do?
okay.
So today,
Today, yeah.
Oh yeah, so I woke up early because
Okay, there you
of
go. Now it's about Sean.
yeah. I'm the one who finds out the story. Like I'm usually the one who's like keeps it going because like it gets awkward.
Yeah, we got to
silence.
keep it going. Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys have boring ass lives.
Thanks, man. I mean, I don't.
thank you for letting me know about that.
I mean, I wake up at 12 at noon, so I mean,
12:30.
My day is like pretty much done.
Every time your day starts, it's done.
It's done. Unless I got work, then I'm just like,
Yeah, so I woke up early to do some paperwork, and I looked on Twitter and it said Late Night Mike has retweeted David Dobrik's tweet, and I looked when it was. I was like, oh, 5 a.m. of course. And then he said he went to bed at 6.
yeah. No, I retweeted that at 6. I swear. I because I remember watching it. It was like afterwards. Then I did the retweet. But yeah, I pretty much went to sleep at like 6 because I was watching
In the morning, if you didn't know.
I was once I was in a group message, and so this is like at least 6 or 7 people.
Yeah.
Like my parents are in it. Like a bunch of people from my family are like in this like group message.
Yeah.
And I
no.
sent a text and it didn't go through. And like this is at night, so I set my alarms. I put my phone like on the nightstand. Like went to bed. For some reason, it went through at like 5:30 in the morning, and they know that I don't get up that early. So they were like bombarding me with questions like, "What were you doing last night?" Because like they thought that I stayed up until like 5:30 in the morning and sent that text.
What was the text?
I don't remember.
I'm home.
Everyone's like, the fuck? Yeah, because what time do you usually wake up?
That really depends on what's going on. Like if I have stuff going on, I'll like shoot for like 8 or 9 to wake up.
Oh, that's not bad.
But if I stay up like really late, I'll wake up at like 11 or 12.
Okay.
I try not to wake up past 10, so I force myself to wake up.
I'm not a morning person.
I used to be.
I mean, you're up at 5 and 6 a.m., so technically you are.
He is a morning
I
person.
am a morning person. I am the...
He just takes long naps during the day.
I'm the one who says cock-a-doodle-doo in the morning. That's who I am. But
Yeah, you wake up everybody else, so then you sleep while they're all working.
And then for some reason I'm like knocked out, and
I'm surprised you don't work graveyard shifts.
I'm really thinking about it, honestly.
You don't?
I should though.
No, you shouldn't.
I should. It'd be fun.
Because we wouldn't do anything because you'd be asleep all day.
Yeah, that's true. Ah.
So that's that vacation.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
How come it's taking you 5 days?
What about Home Goods?
Oh,
because we're getting
so,
Paul to work with us as well. At Home Goods.
Okay, so
Okay, let me list up the excuses. All right, I'm ready to type them in.
It's just plans like shifting between people, and then like me just not getting a chance to go to Chelsea, and
this man's really writing it down.
He is really writing it down. Just poor planning, poor time management. Okay, you can get me on that.
Wait, do you have it filled out already?
It's mostly filled out.
Oh, okay.
I just like need to write in like phone numbers and whatnot.
That's not bad. Yeah.
So and then I can send it in.
What's a good day for him to go in though?
Like any day that he's been. Just
no, I know, but I'm just saying like from Michael or Chris.
Okay, so tomorrow.
I'm working tomorrow.
I wake up. Well, I have to be up by 7.
I know, because of the refrigerator.
Because the refrigerator's coming. And
I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah,
I'm surprised you're finally getting.
I'm getting a new refrigerator because the one that we have is like falling apart and it's really gross. And
also there's no lights in it.
They just don't work. Okay. So we're getting a new one, and my mom said to me like, "Hey, you might need to be like awake between like noon or 2, or you just need to be home." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." And then today, actually right before this, she calls and like, "You need to be awake like there by 7:30." It's just like, "Oh, great." And not only that, I have to also wake up my brother, who is also not a morning person.
Oh, jeez.
And
Which
he's
one?
Alex, and he's not very happy in the morning if you wake him up.
Maybe you should tell him ahead of time so that way he doesn't go to sleep so late.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him tonight anyways.
Okay.
So are you gonna go to Home Goods?
Yes, because I don't have anything for the rest of that day. So I will be definitely going. What time do you work? You get
12.
12?
Oh, so you'd be probably ahead of time.
I'm 12 to 5.
So why don't I just go to your house when you go?
Okay.
Like before you go. And
I leave around 11.
That might be fine.
Why don't you just give him your application to him?
Why don't I just go in with
him?
Yeah, he'll have the interview right there.
Oh yeah, that's true. If they, yeah. And plus, we've talked to them, telling that Paul is a good asset to the team.
And he's the opposite of Raheem. Sorry, Raheem.
Yeah, no offense,
Raheem the Dream.
Raheem, yeah.
Hey, why don't you explain what happened to your old laptop?
Oh, you know how I said I said my brother who isn't really a morning person. So I like Christmas. I got a new laptop, and I still had all my files on my old laptop. And I said to my sister that like, hey, if like just give me some time, I'll take all the files off my old laptop, and then you can have the laptop. You can do whatever with it, like whatever you want with it. And she's like, oh, that's great. And my brother says like, oh, can I use your laptop? I don't have anything to like play RuneScape on, because he wanted to use my laptop to play RuneScape with, because he didn't want to like go down to the main computer and play on it because people use that computer. And so like I hand it to him, and like over the next like month or 2, I don't hear like anything back from him like about the laptop whatsoever. And I'm just thinking to myself like, what happened to it? Like I still need to get my files off there. Like I still need to like give it to my sister. Like what's going on with the laptop? And so he's not home at the time, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go into his room, because I'm like the only person that he trusts in his room. So I go into his room and I look around and I see it buried underneath some stuff, and I look at it and it's like covered in this like, it looks like just weird orange gunk, like kind of like over it, but not really, but like in the crevices, and it's weird, and I'm like, what the hell happened to this? So I bring it downstairs and I'm like, this smells like throw up. And so I questioned him about it, and he's like, this was like a month before, so he didn't tell me it for like at least a month. During his birthday, he got just extremely wasted. And he said, he put it like this: he went to bed, he woke up, there was puke everywhere, And he tried cleaning off the laptop, and then he said he was sorry about it. So all my files on that laptop are like, I guess you can extract it from the hard drive.
Yeah,
if
you can
really
screw it out. You can take it out. Yeah.
But do you want to? There's really nothing important on there. So he broke my laptop by throwing up on it.
Oh man, that's great. I forgot. I thought you said something about him like snapping it for some reason.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm very good with electronics.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I have some Mac anger management stories.
Mac Inc. What?
Pretty much I got this ebook 3, those like plastic white Macs,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it was pissing me off because it was slow,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just like punched. What the fuck did you get?
There's so many snacks, man.
I feel like your mom's like, have enough fuel for today, honey.
No.
Eat your granola bar.
do you want one?
That's a Twix.
That's a Twix.
It's not a Twix.
What the hell is that?
What is that?
It's chocolate covered
No shit, it's
peanut
chocolate.
butter.
Oh,
So it's a
so
Reese's.
it's a Twix.
It's Dove.
Oh.
So you're eating soap.
Shut up.
You want one?
No, I'm all
Yeah.
set.
All right, here.
He's like, yeah. I'm all set, man. But yeah, the ebook thingy.
Because, like, back then I had, like, electronics and me do not go well. So I punched the keyboard really hard. And then I was just, like, pretty much giving a CPR, like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Jeez.
And then, I had nothing on the thing, so I threw it out the window.
Fuck this. Oh,
It
man.
still works.
Damn.
You still have it?
Yeah, somewhere. And then, my old PC laptop, which I need to get files out of, because it has, like, pictures of my cat.
Your old cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at first it was like, back then if you got like a little scratch in the screen, or if it gets too deep into it, it makes like a black.
Yeah, it starts creating the, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't care. I was like, oh, I'm still using it like every day. It starts getting bigger. And then I don't
As
use
you're using it?
No, like
Just
over time.
Oh, okay.
And then I don't use it for a month. It's like 1/3 of the screen, and then I think I get an iPod or something for the first time, and then 90% of the screen's covered. And the only way for me to see it is to connect a VGA cable to do anything on it.
Oh, so you hook it up to like a TV or something?
Yeah, because I can't see shit. And my sisters were always like, "You're fine." I'm like, because they think like it's just like a little bit. I'm like, Kelly, it's gone. It's just. I see a little pixel. Let me get magnifying glass and see the green, blue, and red that the screen produces.
Like all the
for
pixels
color.
were dying. It's like an infectious disease that was just covering the screen.
And that one I didn't destroy because it has files that I kind of want.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can break the monitor. You could just still have the hard drive.
I think I punched the TV once.
Okay. Enough with you punching shit.
I remember hearing this story. One of the streamers that I watch, he was telling a story one time where he just got like a brand new keyboard,
Yeah.
and it lights up and whatnot, so it was like really nice. And he was watching his favorite streamer at the time, and he was eating a bowl of cereal. I forget what exactly happened, but he accidentally spilt like the bowl of cereal. It landed on his keyboard, brand new like keyboard, and it broke the keyboard, but it also caused like it to spam a bunch in the person's chat, and he got banned from the person's chat because he was spamming things. So not only was his breakfast ruined, but his keyboard was ruined, and he was banned from his favorite streamer.
Did he explain to the streamer?
I don't think you can. I mean,
I don't know.
you can like only like donate to them to tell them like.
I mean, you can say in chat, but like it's not
Just make a
guaranteed
new
that it's gonna
account.
get
Yeah, that's what I'm
read.
saying. It's not gonna come up.
Just make a new account. What's the
I
problem?
mean, it's not like he got permanently banned. He got timed out for like some amount of time.
Yeah. Oh man. It's just like saying the most racist stuff on the keyboard. It's just type it out.
just a bunch of N-words.
I mean, there's people that do that shit. And it's just like, what?
I don't know.
Oh well. So yeah, another story.
Oh yeah.
This should be the podcast of stories.
At my old house, my sisters and I shared one room. So they had a bunk bed, so it was both of them, and then I had my own like loft bed. And I had my uncle bought me a Game Boy Advance SP, I think it was called. It looked like a mini laptop. I was like,
the Game Boy SP, yeah.
I was like,
I love that one. Yeah.
I was like, I have a laptop. And my sisters had the old ones where you need the light to play it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm the favorite. And they don't admit this, but like when I let them borrow it, because like obviously at night they want to play Pokemon, whatever crap, and my mom will be like, put the game away because they need light.
Yeah.
So my sister Kelly passes it back to me, and it hits the wall, and it stopped working. And I got pretty pissed about that.
Of course, yeah.
And I threw it at the ground.
It's not. I know it's your fault, Kelly, but fuck this thing.
Why do you break your own electronics?
Well, I don't use them anymore.
Yeah. Dude, but that would have been super valuable. Like that should. I'm not saying you would have sold it, but I'm just saying like keep it.
It didn't work after it hit the wall, so it's not gonna.
It just didn't turn on. Or
so
anything?
that's how I was like, well, it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that makes
So
sense.
yeah.
Just like take it apart or like sell it.
Paul,
or something.
I'm fucking like 9 years old.
Oh, that's a good point.
I know. At that point, you're like, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna throw it at the ground.
I'm not.
I mean, okay, yeah.
I don't think any of us
I didn't
would-
take that into consideration.
Yeah, I don't think. Any of us
with
would
the
think about it.
red death ring on the Xbox, like, oh, let me.
Oh,
just,
I saved my Xbox like 40 times with that. I just unplugged it from the wall, and that's all. That's all you had to do.
I've never gotten a red ring. I'm glad.
I know.
I will say
It's scary.
one time, it was not my iPad though. It was the school's iPad.
I threw that shit too.
No, you know those things throw at the ground that make a pop noise.
Oh yeah, the little
the little
bags of rocks,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, and I was like, I threw it at the iPad screen.
Oh yeah, no, I think I was there with you. And it
No,
didn't-
this is in my room. I did this.
Oh, never mind. I was not there with you.
You know, someone else who did it.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen.
So I threw it at the screen, and I was like, oh, nothing happened.
Boy, were you wrong.
And then I went on with my day. But the crack, you had to like angle it to actually see it.
Oh.
So if you're like this, it's not there. You see it? Don't.
I
See
know
it?
what you
Don't.
mean. Yeah.
And I don't think I got in trouble for it. I just told him it just mysteriously appeared.
Well, I mean, it's true. iPads do that. Like,
Yeah, like this
especially
one.
especially with the iPad now. Yeah.
Yeah, I got random crack appeared. I'm like, what the fuck? I baby this thing like crazy, and then. And Apple's like, it looks like it wasn't intentional or an accident, but it's gonna cost you $800 to fix it. And I'm like, I want to say go fuck yourself, but okay.
Okay, because I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I am getting a new iPad though. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Have we talked? I don't think. Oh, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, but I feel like we should talk about that at a different podcast. Like, make that one podcast about electronics. You know what I mean? Because this one's kind of good because we're just talking about stories. I think that's just should be the segment. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want to, go ahead. It's our podcast. I don't care.
He's like, do I say it now or do I have to wait? What if I forget?
Hey, what happened to that Christmas tree prop?
It's behind the lamp. I was gonna use that as the little prop behind us, but yeah,
We don't.
oh well.
I need to buy an iPad clamp for my iPad,
A clamp?
Yeah, there's clamps for it.
or
Like,
Okay.
or a tripod. holder.
Oh, okay. So you can like have it set up like that.
yeah, like
Even
Yeah,
though
so-
you have a tripod right there, it's not really.
Yeah, let me attach it to the iPhone adapter.
Yeah.
This little thing is. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that thing would not be able to hold any of that.
I
iPad.
mean, it'd be like when a dog goes onto a slippery floor.
Oh yeah.
I took my dog to Sam.
Yeah.
So you don't.
I know Sam. I've seen your dog
Oh
before.
yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a very furry dog.
Looks like a
Every
bear.
dog's furry.
Looks
I
like
mean, like
looks like a mini bear.
Yeah.
Because you don't shave the sides of it. And
It
he
was
has,
like
like-
Halloween last year.
Oh, you saw him as a
Yes,
pumpkin?
I stopped by your house.
He's adorable as a pumpkin.
anyways, yeah.
We took him to Petco, because why not? Because you're allowed to take dogs there, even though you're not allowed to take dogs anywhere in stores, but people do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like Home Goods.
Well, it doesn't say no pets allowed.
Yeah, but if they shit on the floor.
If they shit on the floor, I'm sure they lose privileges. But or we just throw the poop at their heads. I don't fucking know.
So, he doesn't like he sees the swivel doors. He's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, it's okay, Sam. It's okay. It's okay. And he finally gets through the first, so there's 2 swivel doors. So it's like two boss matches with him. So he got through the second one finally. And he starts walking, and he just like stops, and he just slowly
The floors are so slippery for him because of the shit.
he just like usually it's like whoop, he just stands there. You do it like 1 minute I'm looking over there, the second he's just like a fucking turtle. And I'm like, get up. He just doesn't. He just looks at me. He's like, I'm not moving. And we tried to we were near the treat bar. I'm like, Sam, look, there's treats. And he's like, oh.
Starts sliding again.
He starts swimming.
That's how excited he is. He just slides.
He is like, you know how they're in airports they have different types of dogs for like
Smelling stuff.
yeah. And one like Rooster Teeth mentioned one for food.
Yeah.
Like he just like senses any little thing. Like I go downstairs, he's like near the door asleep, and I'm like, okay. I go in the kitchen.
Thanks. Okay. People like this.
And I want to eat a funny bone. You know what funny bones are?
Yeah, it's like it's like chocolate with cream in the middle of it.
Peanut butter cream.
Peanut butter cream.
Yeah. So I'm like always quiet with anything I do. Like if I try to make a sandwich, I'm like with the fridge. I'm like, and then I'm like opening the drawer really slowly, and then I'm getting the bag. Also, the cats also know when I'm making a sandwich.
Cats are just dogs, man.
And I put it down slowly. I'm getting the mayonnaise, and I get the cheese, turkey, and then I close the fridge, and then I went to go get bread, and they're just all there waiting for me.
You turn around.
They're like lined up.
Except for the little one, because he just runs away from me. So Summer, my old cat, and Sam, the dog, they're just there already. I'm like, I didn't even hear you. And then like when I'm opening like any type of package, I'm like opening it very quietly. It's like when you're a kid, you want to sneak snacks from the kitchen and you didn't want your mom to hear it, but like your mom never heard it. But with him, it's like, and then he's like,
But you got me.
like I can hear his collar. He just like immediately goes up, and I'm like, fuck. Oh, I love messing with him a lot. I think I showed you that video of me like knocking on the car door.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like on the couch and I see him just sleeping there. I'm like, I'm bored. I'm like this. Who's that? Who's that? He's like, who's that, Sam? Who's that? And he just goes to the door, and I'm like, I'm satisfied.
I believe my dog enough. I'm good.
All you need is like a laser pointer just shining across the hallway.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's good exercise for the pup too.
Yeah, he's a lazy dog. He eats ants randomly.
What?
Also, the funny way how he eats it, he sees an ant. Like, you know how sometimes ants get into the house? He's just like this. This is the floor, and he sees the ant. He's like,
Puts his mouth on it.
he's like, hmm?
That cupping sound that it's just perfect.
The ant just walks away free, and he gets annoyed. He
Just starts pecking at it. Just imagine.
he gets his paw. He's like, why is this not killing the thing?
Yeah, ants are fucking super things, man.
So-
Sometimes.
The cockroaches to top.
So Joe's dog,
Which one?
like Maddie.
Oh, the one that like devours my face every time I walk in your house.
So, like, when we had the ant problem, it was just like we would point out the ant, and then she would like run over and like eat it. But it got to the point where she just didn't want to eat the ants anymore, and so she would just leave them be. And so we would like
put a tree next
line
to it.
the ant up, like just corral it over to walking over to Maddie, and it would like crawl on her, and she would feel it, and she would just destroy the thing because she'd get pissed. What the fuck is this?
Every time I walk in this guy's house, his dog Maddie or Bronson,
it's like an 80-pound dog
or Bronson, but there's a situation with that dog. But I can hold Maddie with my arm because like it just like so I open the door. And she just, like, jumps onto me and starts licking my face. I'm like, stop, please, stop.
Okay. Don't go too far back.
And, then...
Can we tilt this back?
Yeah, no, it doesn't...
Paul's like, can I tilt... Oh, I broke the couch.
Yeah, it'll break.
No, if we all just tilt it back, it'll just fall backwards.
We go up and our feet are stuck in the air. You just see your fucking Mickey Mouse.
My Mickey Mouse shoes just hanging up.
And you're just like... Like, I'm just like, so she's done. I'm like, okay, fine. Like,
and then she leaps on you again.
yeah, and I'm like, no. Like, just, I'm like, I was like, stop climbing on me. I'm like, oh, and then she's like, I'm like, yeah. It's just like, stop, please. And then, well, your brother likes to call her a slut.
That's another story. So, like, I'll be walking up the steps, like, walking up to the door. And if I'm loud enough, she'll hear me, and she'll be like all excited, like, "Oh, somebody is at the door!" You know, like I'm so excited, like, I'm gonna see them. And then like I open the door, and then she sees me, and the amount of disappointment that goes into her face, and she walks away.
It's you.
She's the only like I'm the only person that like she's not excited about seeing.
Yeah, I feel like if you walked in, she'd just devour you.
I carry the dog. I don't care how big or heavy it is.
She's not heavy to me. My dog's a fat ass.
I mean, like, she really, like, carries
Sam.
her own weight. It's just more of, like, she just gets, like, at you.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, up in your face.
I know. Like,
also, I'm
like pushing her head away to stop looking my face.
If you're like trying to open up like a drawer near the ground, she'll try and sneak in and like lick your face, like while you're like not paying attention.
Just you're looking one way, you look the other way, lick.
Like her face is right over here, and you just don't turn.
The dog's just like, I've been waiting for you.
And Bronson was also another one.
But Bronson is usually not upstairs for good reasons.
Yeah, because of your dad.
He's bitten like 10 or 11 people.
He didn't bite me
twice.
Yet.
Jeez.
He didn't bite me yet.
This is like at 90 or
like
100 pound Rottweiler.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He hasn't bitten me yet.
That's a good thing. You should be grateful that has not happened.
Well, I haven't been bit by a pit bull. On like right here,
in the calf.
Yeah, my friend Tom. Going to his house was like
Your
a
ex-friend Tom. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, I don't hang out with him anymore because we don't really talk. Not for bad reasons. We just don't talk. But anyway, so going to his house is like a war zone because his dog is just like doesn't like anyone. And I opened the gate, the dog's barking, and I just like, okay, just ignore him. And it works all the time. But he actually didn't bite me outside, he bit me inside. And when I was inside, I was walking to get a cup or something, and he just like went right behind me and just bit me right in the calf. And it somehow it went through my jeans and it left a mark. Like, it didn't hurt. But, like, they're like, get in the basement! Now! Get in the basement!
Yeah, that's good disciplinary action.
I was like, poor dog. But she did bit me, so.
Poor dog, the thing came up on you like a shark.
Well, I'm not going to be like, poor shark, it bit my leg off.
You're just telling it to go to the basement, the shark. Like, what?
He's smack on the head like, down,
Down.
down.
Go dive somewhere else.
Shark's like,
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
I'm like, I was just hungry.
But yeah, nice dog stories. I like that.
My cat likes mayo.
What?
It's true. He was. I was making a cold cut sandwich, and I was putting like mayo on the bread, and like Rick, which was my cat, he is just like trying to get as close as possible to the plate of food. And I'm like, all right, Rick, you're not gonna like this. And he's like still trying to smell everything. So I have the butter knife, and I get like a little bit of mayonnaise, and I hold it up to him, and then he starts licking it, and is like, what the hell? And I take the knife away, and like he's like tries to draw closer to it to get more mayonnaise. And it just turns out that he really likes mayonnaise.
Is that what you feed him now?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, put on the streets.
It's just so I've got a funny picture somewhere of him like eating mayonnaise, but I'd have to dig through my phone and find
just
it.
in a jar.
I just remembered a story about my cat Summer. So, on the other podcast, I talked about New Mexico. So we're there for about 4 days. So a weekend and a day. So before we left, we put food out for the cats. And some places we put where Summer, who likes to steal the other cat's food, where she can't really jump to it because the other cat jumps like and goes everywhere. So we put it on places where Summer can't get to it. So for some reason, so before we left, Summer, she was still fat, but she was not as fat as she was when we first got her from my aunt. So when we left, for some reason, she was so hungry, she opened the cabinet, grabbed the cat food, and we have mice, unfortunately. But like the mice helped her.
Why didn't she just eat the mice?
Is that not what she did?
No, she ate more than half the pack of cat food. And we come back to a balloon of a cat.
So she got way more fat.
Yeah, we come back and I'm like, hey, Summer. I'm like, you're heavy. Like, I'm like, what happened? And we just find the food like laid around everywhere, and like she gained like 10 pounds. She was so hungry, she stole from the other cat, and then she ate more.
This is the young one? The
old one.
Oh, the old one, okay.
Damn.
The old one did not give a fuck. It was like how my Sam did that to himself as well.
Oh.
We left a giant bag of dog food, not the big ones, but like
the really big, yeah.
Yeah. So I opened it a little bit, and then I grabbed the cup, put it in there, and then we had to go for something. And Sam, knowing that that's a big bag of dog food, he ate almost all of it.
Jeez.
And we come back home, and we turn on the kitchen lights. We see that the bag of dog food is down, and we pick it up. It's basically empty, and Sam like this on the floor, like. He
accidentally bump into him. He's like,
he's literally like, like
just in a food coma. That's what it is.
He looked like he got pregnant. Like, we left for 2 hours. He ate so much because they don't know when to stop. So
yeah.
He finally got to a stopping point and just like passed out like that.
Was this a long time ago?
It was about a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
But he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass. Just pointing at him.
Like he's still begged for food that day. Like we're eating. Yeah, I'm like, Sam, if you have one more drop of food, you're gonna fucking explode. Like he put his head on my knee. I'm like, shoo.
It was so good. I want some more, but I don't.
Like we were all amazed he ate the whole thing because It's a big bag of dog food, and that cost a lot of money. So we're just looking at $34 in his belly.
You may as well just let the money out.
Eat the fucking cash too. Why not?
Here's the toy at 10 and 5. Here, go eat it. Like, they both, like, my cat gained a lot of weight within 4 days, but he gained like 30 pounds in 2 hours.
Whenever like somebody in my family is like they want to heat up something for supper, and
Are you talking about the exploding plates?
no, that's a different story, but I'll get to that
Yeah,
afterwards.
because I want to hear that too.
It didn't explode; it split in half, but like clean. But
Clickbait.
so we had like, so people just like they get some frozen stuff, they put it right on the stove. No one's going to be using the stove, and if somebody does, they'll just move it over to the other side. And it's whatever. So it's like a good spot to put like frozen goods and whatnot. And somebody left some like frozen chicken on the stove, and my cat got to it. And this is not like usual behavior from him, because we normally just like leave the frozen stuff on the stove. He got to it. He like pulled it out of whatever bag it was in, and he dragged it across the kitchen floor. Almost got it out of the kitchen before somebody noticed.
And then, wait, so it was completely frozen still?
Yeah, it was still frozen.
So you just like
He
basically.
just wanted to take the food with him.
How come it took a long time? I'm sure if that hit the ground, it sounded like a pillar ball hitting the fucking ground.
I wasn't there like when it happened.
Oh, so you saw like okay.
It's ready to take a video.
I mean,
You should have just
no,
seen.
I wasn't there when it happened.
Oh,
like I only
okay.
heard the story. Actually, quite recently though.
He did it again.
No, he did something sort of similar. My sister got like nachos, and there was like ground beef and cheeses on the plate, and she made the mistake of like leaving it right on the table when Rick was in the area.
Oh no.
And Rick loves ground beef, and so I see him go on the table, and he's like, and I see him like eyeing it, and I'm not saying anything. I'm just having a conversation with Lauren because whatever, and I see him start to like munch on the ground beef. I know she's about to look over at the food, and I just like kind of block her sight, and I keep talking to her to keep like him eating her.
Rick's like, the cat's like, good job.
It's like, my man.
Just keeps eating the ground.
She was pissed.
I mean, she was already done with it, right? Oh no.
Oh no, she just heated the food up to eat it.
You're such a cunt.
It was beautiful. Okay, so now you wanted to hear about the plates.
Yeah. Apparently.
Also, they're from Home Goods.
They are.
Oh, God.
We don't like them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
I'm actually
touching them
not
now.
sorry. I'm being really honest. We
It
don't
was
like your
those
plates.
sets that we've been getting.
It's the ugly green one that has like the weird cross pattern, and it's like a bad Super Smash Brothers symbol.
What's the brand? Mikasa?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I know what
bad.
he's talking about.
So it's I got like we had some leftover food, like a couple chicken wings, and like a few Swedish meatballs, just on a plate, small plate, nothing like crazy.
Yeah.
I put it in the microwave, and we've used this microwave for like so long that the microwave's fine,
Yeah.
and like it's just heating up the food, and like this is like late at night, and I hear a pop, and I'm like, there's nothing I put in there that would pop. Why did it make that noise? I opened it up. The plate was split like almost completely in
gotta
half.
Take it out.
It was clean cut, no like fragments or anything.
Did you still eat the food?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful because that could
I
have been
I
bad.
made sure. I was looking at it in just like absolute amazement, because like what the hell? Like it broke it clean in half. just like, and I lifted it up off like this, the two halves, and I'm like, what am I gonna do now?
Well, I mean,
I wound up getting another plate.
I'm gonna just do it again, see what happens.
Not learning any lesson, but I didn't stick it back into the microwave because
But did you guys return the plates? Because you could have done that.
No, we had the plates for I don't even know how long. We just hate them.
Oh, someone returned.
We deal with it.
Paul, you're not gonna believe this. So someone, well, you might.
Yeah.
Someone,
Because it's true.
this lady came in with a piece of furniture, and she was returning it. So whatever. So think about this.
Seems normal already.
It had the tag with it.
Okay.
So you think it's been recent, because usually when you buy something, you take the tag off. And it's a hanging tag. It's not like a sticker. So, when we go to the return, it's not in our systems, because it's from 2014. How do you buy something from almost 5 years ago, and it still has the tag in it, and it has a bunch of scratches and stuff on it?
Did you accept the return?
For some reason, Chris did. I don't know who's gonna buy it.
Can you even resell it?
Yeah,
We can, but like I
it's
think
not in our system.
Do you have to put it in as used?
Yeah,
it would be in clearance.
Yeah,
Oh.
Wait, but where is it? I haven't I haven't seen a chair like that.
Oh,
it's not a chair.
Oh wait, what is it?
It's like a no. We fucking gross. It's like little, not a console, but it's like small. It has drawers.
Oh, like a nightstand?
Like it was like this big, 2 drawers, and it goes down. There's like a bottom shelf.
Okay.
And
So a weird piece of furniture.
Yeah.
sure, if you call that weird.
But it was like super scratched up and all that.
It was bumpy when you rubbed it on.
So she must have had things on there for quite a while.
Yeah, and
To
for
make
some reason
indents.
she left the tag. She's like, I might return this one day.
But can you even return?
I thought, no! We tell people it's been 30 days, it's not in our system, and he accepted it! No sense.
30 days, more like 1,000 days at least.
1,000 days.
More like,
just...
more like 1,300
There
days,
you go.
actually.
There you go. I was like, oh, it doesn't look that bad, but like, why are we accepting him? And then I looked closer, and I was like, why? And then I'm like, how? Do you have the tag?
How much did it even cost?
Like $150.
Oh, I mean...
So wait, she still
Hey,
got the money back?
she saved
She-
$150.
For 4 years.
Oh my.
That's a good investment. I'm gonna do the same thing too, Home Goods.
No taxes.
That's fine. I'll still get my money
Damn.
back after a couple of years.
Oh, yeah, let's return this couch.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have the tag though. I can make one though.
Like, could you like imagine?
Well, it's coated.
Just like
Oh, yeah.
even in like
I can make
shitty
the tag.
condition, you could just return anything for it's like what you bought it for.
Oh, there's another... Okay, so there was this customer that walked in to return another item. This was a while ago. So we get food as well, like jam, honey, all and pasta and all that stuff. So
It's weird, but okay.
okay, so
Like it's something to return. It seems kind of strange. I mean, if it's bad,
yeah,
okay, I can understand.
But here's the thing: so when he wants to return it, our old assistant manager that just left noticed. For one, we don't sell that brand of jelly. You know the purple jar of jelly used for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Yeah.
He tried to return that with...
Welchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, Welchers.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
And he took a tag from a jar of honey and put it on it. And he was like, for one, we don't sell that brand. And second, it says it's honey. And the guy just looked and he's like, you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. And he just walks out.
I'm gonna take my jelly.
How
How?
the amount no like the amount of like money and time that this person spent to go through that
Just to get their money back.
to go to Home Goods and do that
I know they
just
didn't
to
go to
leave.
Market Basket.
Yeah, they accept anything really back if you say it like something was wrong with it too.
Yeah, like Home Goods.
But why did he go all the way to Home Goods and then just to leave?
Maybe because
afterwards?
Market Basket declined him.
Oh yeah, he probably came over here.
But like,
Then
how
he
much,
went to TJ Maxx.
how much does like a thing of grape jelly cost? Like a few dollars?
$3, yeah. Like
It,
if it's
had a $249.99 tag on it.
Oh my god, $249.99.
wait, what? Yeah.
So that's some expensive jelly right there.
It was actually honey. It said on the tag.
I'm sorry.
It said on the tag.
It's a special kind of honey that turns into grape jelly. But just the amount of effort, time, and like transportation that this person went through to get to that store and to like get like to request an audience to see like to return this jar and like just to be turned down like that and just leave.
I remember this person.
Just absolutely not worth it whatsoever.
If you do get accepted there, you're gonna see a lot of that crap. Because I mean, no offense to Chelsea, but that's how it is over there.
Like they take like I remember when Heather was still working there, my sister. So this person in line was buying this like fake vase of flowers. We don't sell real flowers for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So it actually cost $100, and the person like ripped a clearance tag and put a $15 tag on it. And
like, if you're gonna do that, you should make it reasonable. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it was like the department is like 45 or something, and the clearance tag said 52.
Mm-hmm.
And Heather obviously saw this, and the customer's like, "But it says on." I was like, "No, this is someone ripped it off and put it here."
Yeah.
And then, like, if I were to do this, which I wouldn't, I would make sure if it was the right department.
Yeah, but I don't think people who haven't worked in retail wouldn't know that.
Oh, I just remember the crappy customer who accused everyone of lying.
Okay, what?
So I was working the back pretty much all day, and Lewis, our old manager.
You were working the back all day.
And
it's chill back there.
And I go over, and he was talking to his customer, this lady, about these two mirrors. He asked me to take this, those, the ones in the crappy box packaging.
Oh yeah, that just fall apart, but you gotta hold the mirror itself. Yeah.
So I went to grab that, brought it out front, and that was it. But she was also looking at this tall mirror, but I was like, whatever. And I go back to the back room, and then I get called from one of the register people up front for a carryout, and I go up front. It's for a mirror. And before this all happened for the mirror, this other customer was thinking of buying this skinny mirror that was small. And then she was like, "Oh, I like that one better," which was the tall big ones.
Yeah.
And the register lady went to look, and there was no note or anything. So she's like, "All right, that'll be whatever," and then stuff. And customer paid for it and everything. And then I asked her which mirror. She says that one. I grabbed that one. Basically, it's in the car, and the lady that I helped before was like, "That's my mirror," and I'm like, I can't really do anything about that. And she was
oh, whoops.
like, one, I didn't bring that mirror up, and also I didn't know you were confirming the buying it. And also, we have two of the same mirrors, but one had a little scrape, so...
Yeah, no, everybody complained. Everybody will complain about everything and will want a discount, so...
But,
prepare for that.
Could you imagine, like, you order, like, a thing of food, like, the person, like, is about to put it, like, in front of you, and somebody was like, "Oh, no, I bought that food. Sorry." And they, like, get it.
No, but she didn't pay for it. It's like... The lady already paid for it, so that's her property now.
Yeah.
And also, she wasn't in line, the lady who came outside. And she's like, "Can you get your manager to figure out the situation?" And I'm like, this woman kept accusing me, like, "You knew that was my mirror?" I'm like, "I only brought up the other
traitor!
And
You're
also,
a traitor!
Yeah, she's basically like that. And I was like, I was just doing what the people up front were telling me to do. And she's like saying I was lying, and I was like, she said she wanted me to get the manager. I just ignored her.
How petty do you have to be?
I just ignored her. Went back to work in the back, and then I hear Lewis to the front, and I'm like, I know what that's for.
You just say an excuse like, "Sorry, I get paid by the hour." It doesn't matter how long it takes for me to do this for you.
And then our manager Lewis comes to the back, and he asked me what happened. I explained. So it's really no one's fault except for the customer who, well, it doesn't really matter.
The person who's making it a problem is kind of her fault.
Yeah, the customer's like, I want that one. But like the other one was not making it any better. And and she kept saying that, like, Lewis is defending the register
people, yeah.
Yeah, people, and the lady's like, you shouldn't have to defend your workers when they're lying. And I'm like, and she kept complaining, and I'm like, calm down, for one. And she, like, before that, she's like, when Lewis got up to the front, she's like, to the register girl, tell your boss the truth, don't lie. And I'm like, what a fucking bitch. Oh, not loud, but like...
Yeah, no, obviously.
And,
I don't think he would be telling us the story anymore. It would just end there.
And, so Lewis, he thought I was gonna fight the woman for some reason, when I'm like...
Put him on, lady.
I was doing this, like, cause she was, like, getting very intimate, like being aggressive.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like, doing this, like, calm down. I guess that's, like, I want to fucking fight you. Like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I was about to tell her to stop talking out of her rear and get back to the real world, where, like, none of this matters now. But I was like, whatever. I went back to the back, and then after the situation all sorted out, well, she had to get the mirror with the little scratch, and I was back up front, and she was there. I was ignoring her. She was ignoring me, and then Jose, like, Lewis didn't want me to do the carryout for the woman. I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I guess he thought I was gonna beat her up or something, which I wasn't. And he got Jose to do it, and I was like, hey, Jose, how's that customer? He was like, she was nice. So I'm like,
was
it's good, it's right.
Like, she just kept accusing people of lying, and I'm like, the woman's like,
people do that.
She lives in her own fantasy of her own.
That's
thoughts.
just customers in general. They want the manager to side with them, so that way they can get what they want. That's
exactly.
Just retail.
And like, Lewis is like, stop giving him a hard time. They get paid minimum wage. They don't really have to care about.
Yeah,
this.
like, shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
Like,
we're just trying to do our job.
I really wanted to say, to be honest, I don't give a shit. I'm not buying the mirror.
This is your problem, lady.
Yeah, this is your problem. You figured this out.
Like, plus this place, they don't get this as a discount store. Like,
everything's already discounted.
Yeah, everything's already discounted. Like, the stuff from Ralph Lauren, that's like, there was a Ralph Lauren lamp I opened, which was like me. Like, I was carefully opening it. I was like, oh my god. And it was for $500 at Home Goods. A $500 lamp, man. And this other manager, Scott, who was helping, because some managers were out, so we needed extra help. And he was showing me that it was $2,300 on Ralph Lauren's website.
Yeah.
And there's like people who are like, $500? Who would pay for that? And I'm like, oh yeah.
That person's kind of like me. Like, I look at some of the stuff, I'm like, who would pay that much for this? And then, of course, there's people like you who are there to correct me, and they're like, it's actually discounted right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this couch was likely like $700, and he paid like $250 for it.
Wait, what?
It was used.
That's what you just tell everybody.
Oh, tell about the blue couch.
What blue couch?
That was there for like 3 months in home.
Oh yeah, that stupid lady. Nah, fuck that bitch.
Come on, tell the story.
Because, like, okay,
so actually, I'll tell how. Like,
you start the beginning. Yeah, go
So during holiday hours, we got these expensive ass couches. One was $3,000, and it was like fancy wood carving and everything, and it retailed online for almost $10,000. And there was these two blue couches that are like $3,000, and retailed online for about $7,000 or less. And this was during last year holidays.
Mm-hmm. Last year. You heard that too.
That caught me off guard last year.
The last blue couch kept getting bought, return. And at one point, it was in pay hold for such a long time. It was just like there as like a chill spot.
Yeah, we literally used it a bunch of times. We're not gonna say why and for what and what was happening.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
Okay, so get to your good part.
So then this random Hispanic lady's like, "Oh, I came for this because Chris eventually
put it back
to regular price, but it was all banged up and scratched up."
Well, it was not regular price. It was originally.
Oh yeah. It went down to 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah, so it was $1,000 less, and so they put it back on the floor because like 3 months.
Yeah, nobody was gonna pick it up.
So that's why.
Yeah, that's after like the home goods policy. And then some lady's like, "Oh, I'm here to pick up my couch." I look at the thing and it just says, it's like 3 months ago. I'm like, okay, I know this is not going to be in the back. And then she comes up to me saying, "Yeah, I think this is my couch over here, right here." I'm like, oh god, like I knew something bad was going to happen. And I just had to read all the numbers, make sure it was the same one. I'm like, "Yeah, this is yours." And then she's like, "I'm not taking that because that's not mine." I'm like, "The numbers match up, and this is yours, and it's been 3 motherfucking months." like I told her, like, this is what happens after a while. Like, we start putting things on the floor again.
On the ground.
Yeah, on the ground. We put things on the floor again, so that way we don't stockpile in the back, and that way, you can still get your money back, obviously. And she's like, no, I'll just, like, I know this is not mine. I'm like, So and it was worse because I didn't have a real manager that night. It was Noemi. She was the key holder, so it was like even worse because she doesn't handle stress like that very well. Yeah. And she's also a Hispanic lady, so they were both fighting with each other. And Hispanic ladies get crazy when they start like, but they were like keeping the composure, but they were still like, I can tell like there was like fire between them.
You just didn't want to walk in between them because you get wrapped up in something.
Yeah. Like you can be an ordinary person, just walk by and like, what the fuck was wrong with you? Why'd you get in my way? Like they'll just start firing at you for no reason. But yeah, anyways.
Damn, I'm just trying to walk, okay? I'm sorry.
So
just living my life as an American.
Yeah, just trying to get by. So literally just after a bunch of times she called like Michael like 40 different times like to see what the hell was going on. And we eventually just gave her the damn couch because we told her, this is your damn couch. Like, you don't have to take it. You can just return it and get your money back still. And yeah, that's it. I mean, like...
That's just so
and they just
easy.
Like, but they kept, like, she kept leaving, but still giving a lot of attitude and, like, a lot of, like, talking crap behind our backs, I guess. But you could hear her, and then, like, it's just like...
You can hear her.
You can hear her. You can hear her, and it's just like, oh my god, whatever. Like, just leave. We'll give you this and go, okay? Oh yeah, but I also have another story. I'm sure you've heard about this. So a random crazy lady comes into the store, and there's like small like sometimes there's small chairs like in the front of the store, so like it's like right in front of the doors. And this lady literally is trying to sneak like those big sofa couches. Not couches, sofa chairs.
Yeah. The really cushiony ones.
Yeah. And then she just tries to take it out the door. So she tries to take it out the door. And she's like walking slowly and somebody sees her and says, "Hey, excuse me, like what are you doing?" This is what somebody told me. She stops, looks at them, and then just starts hauling ass with the fucking chair. she's like pulling it, and then like it got stuck at the door, and then like she just like left it there and she just ran. Like it was just like, what the fuck? And then the next day she came back and tried to do the same fucking thing, but Lewis was there that time. So Lewis was like he was told about this, and obviously he probably knew who she looked like. So he was like ready to like stop her.
He was like,
No, it wasn't even like,
She gets the chair. She starts hauling, and he just lunges.
He just like boom,
Straight, full on tackle to the ground.
no, it wasn't even like that. It was just like he just went up to her and just started like making her like you were here yesterday and you were trying to take the same chair.
Hey,
Are you okay? Like, are you okay in the head? Like, and then he was just.
did you bring money this time?
Are you going to purchase this time? Like, he even told her that. And then she was like, and then she started making up bullshit, like saying, oh no, I was going to return this chair.
I was going to return it for a
I
profit.
feel like this is. I feel like this is like if you were there, Lewis would turn when he just heard that. He's like,
yeah, I know. Like, yeah,
The
he
thing
does
is,
that face.
when you catch somebody like that, you have to really grill them and like you really
Yeah.
like put them into a really awkward spot.
Yeah, to like never do that again, never come back. Like, I don't even know what
Really embarrass them.
Yeah.
Make them feel bad about existing in your presence. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, and then he just pretty much just told her like, fuck off, like don't come here again, or there'll be like police involved and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
I remember these. Sometimes when we close, there's still customers there, like even after closing.
yeah,
But it was one time. I think it was we're closing with Naomi, or whoever manager. So they're saying there was some stuff left on a couch from a customer. He didn't say how much stuff. So imagine, let's say you were shopping for groceries at Market Basket for like an hour,
yeah.
and your cart's all full,
Oh yeah.
and then you're just like, I don't want it. So you just leave. So you just leave the carriage.
I've worked at Market Basket. I know what that's like.
So they just leave the carriage, right?
Yeah.
No, they took everything that they don't want out and basically only bought one thing from the carriage. So it was just like a spread of items from every section of the store.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't get paid enough for this. Why the fuck do I have to clean up their fucking bullshit? And then another time, this husband and wife, they're getting a rug, and the wife was being pretty picky, and the husband was like, why does she have to be like this? But she's like, I'm looking at these two rugs, but are there any differences with them? And I went and looked, I'm like, same brand, same size, same price. And then she's like, can you take them both down? I was like, sure. And I put them down, and she's literally looking at both of them like they're like a science project, like which one is going to change. It's like, is it going to be that one or that one? And then she probably chooses the... And the husband was like, they're both the same, honey. And she's like, no. Just looking through it. And they finally choose one, and I was like, okay. I bring the other rug up, I take it down, roll it up, bring it up front. Then I do the carry out, and then the guy's like, thank you, sorry about that. I'm like, that's whatever. And they come back.
No, we wanted the other rug. Is that what happened?
Completely different rug.
Oh my gosh.
They returned that rug, so I have to put that rug back on the thing, and then the lady asks us for a different rug that was twice as heavy, and as I'm carrying it to the front, she's like, this was a lot lighter, right? I'm like, no, this one's twice as heavy. And the husband's just like up front, like, they're like, it's like if you have that scene where everyone's color and he's just like the only gray person in the room.
Like, why is this happening to me?
And I bring it into the car, and he just like, he shakes my hand and he like gives me a few dollars until he's like, I'm very sorry about this. She's like this with every store.
Yeah, that's a problem with an indecisive person. And
a little bit of a complaint about tips, even though we're not allowed to take tips, which is stupid because we get paid minimum. So we're doing a carry, and this is like middle of winter, and it was those like Roman type chairs. They're like this, like kind of like spread out, like kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like imagine like a lawn chair that was all cushioned, and like you basically, it's like this instead of flat. It's like curved like this. You know what I mean?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like a therapy kind of chair?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
So and then the couch. So I was like, okay, I doubt they have the car to fit this in. And then I forget who I was
I think
with.
they got a smart car.
And then I forget who I was with. I'm like, I bet it's gonna be a Honda Soccer Mom van. It was a Toyota Soccer Mom van. So I'm like, okay, this might work. And the guy's like, no, I want you to do like this so we can fit it. And I'm like, no, it's not going to work like that. Because the way it was angled, I'm like, it's impossible to put it in like that way. So I knew how to put it in because it's like Tetris how to put it in. Yeah. And we were out there for like 30 minutes in almost 0-degree weather. And we finally get in. I'm like, I wasn't like, see, I told you. And he's like, all right, thank you guys. And like, I forget who I was with. We both look at each other. I'm like, no fucking tip. And then the same night, I carry out a small, like, little ottoman thing to this old lady, and she gives me $5. And I'm like, where are you? Like, why can't people, like, literally you could grab a carriage and do this yourself, but you give me $5 for it. And this guy with 2 giant chairs had us out in the cold for 30 minutes.
Yeah, like, I'm not complaining, but thank you, but, like, fuck this dude.
Like, I carry, like, this ottoman, it's like, I could be like this with it. And, like, the couch is, like, a struggle. I have to have 2 people. And it's like, hey, guys! I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Like, also, doing carriages in the winter sucks.
Yeah, especially when there's snow on the ground.
Don't ever forget gloves.
Yeah.
You'll regret it.
Like I do have gloves, but
I
always have to get special kinds of gloves because my hands are so, like, big that most gloves will not fit me.
I getcha. Okay.
You're just special.
Just... whatever you do, don't come in slides.
I got boots.
Okay.
Boots.
With the
open-toe boots.
Alright.
Remember that time I almost fought the person on the train?
What the heck? About what?
Okay, so...
I just remember you saying, hey now to a woman.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a different time.
Hey now.
You were just like this,
hey now.
And you hit someone's shoulder, you're like, hey now. And I was like, hey Paul, how you feeling? Hi.
Okay. I guess he was all flustered.
The hey now thing was like, Raheem was right next to me on the green line, and I'm sitting so close to him, and I'm trying to make him feel so uncomfortable. So I have my arm around him like this, but not like touching him, but it's around the back of the seat. Yeah. And because the seats are like, they got chairs on both sides.
Yeah.
I'm like this, like trying to make Raheem feel like so uncomfortable. And this woman sits down in the seat and leans back, like hits my arm, and I go, hey now. And she gives me the smile, like she turns back, gives me the smile, and goes back to where she was like sitting, and I just go like, okay.
And then I'm like, ask you a question. You just like not even answer. I'm like,
I love how literally we looked back at that footage like 40 times and like turned up the volume as high as we could, and we heard the now part.
And we found a lady.
Yeah, and we saw like the last second. I just love the part where it was just like,
you were able to confirm that happened.
Yeah, like that happened.
I just love how you're out of like not even in the conversation. I'm like, hey Paul, how you feeling? Hi. And I was like, you feeling high? He's like,
you were like in a moment. You were like, wait, this is not me. What's going on? Oh man. So wait, what were you saying about?
Okay, so
let's make this the last story because we're almost an hour in. Past an hour.
Sean. I was with Sean. We were at Government Center. Mm-hmm. We were like going to catch the train, and Sean decides like, oh, let me like go fast so we can get to the end to like a spot where it would be more convenient for us when we got off the train.
Yep. I know what you mean.
I'm trying to remember this.
He's moving fast. There's like a good amount of people, and I'm trying to just keep up with him.
Oh yeah, I walk pretty fast.
This woman's over here, person's over here, so there's like an open space, and I start like, she's more over here, and I start like my path is gonna go like this around them, not gonna bump into anybody. Not last second, but like she decides to move over to the right, and I'm like, okay, like I'm getting like closer and closer to these people, and I'm moving fast, so like, okay, so I have to go in between, and then last second she just moves back, I bump into her, and like I just keep going, and she's like, excuse me, and she's like 5 feet tall, and all I could think,
you're like, yeah.
And I was, if you like had stopped or like had slowed down at any point, like, and she had come up to me, like I would drop her so fast, because like you have the audacity to get mad at me because you walked right in my path. Like, you moved out of the way. Perfect. I can get by you. But no, you move right back in the way and you're mad at me.
You know what? This will be me.
Just,
I'm like,
absurd. Like, okay, I didn't mean to bump into you, and you didn't mean to walk into my path, but, like, you got really mad at me because of something you did yourself. You did this to yourself. You walked right into the pathway without looking at anywhere. Because you were looking at your damn phone, you weren't paying attention. You got hit by a truck. You got what you deserved. You can go home now.
You're like a parrot right now. You're like, she's on her fucking phone. She can get run over with all I care. Remember that?
It's called spite.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember that lady with the carrot?
The crazy lady?
Yeah, you decided to help.
Yeah, it was the worst decision.
So you know those like shopping cart things you could buy at Market Basket? They're like
it's got like two big wheels and then two little small ones, but it's like a big like basket.
Yeah.
So like
a lot of old ladies use it.
So it's like the cage thing.
Yeah.
We're heading back home, and this like kept asking people to help her, and I was like, maybe. And then I was like, oh, I guess Michael will help them. And it was like a weird like. Well, it was like
her wheel was stuck, so we had to get something out of it. And she was telling us like, "Hey, like I had somebody else do this for me, and they got it out really easily." I'm like, "Well, I'm not that person, and I only have my hands and my fingers, and they probably had pliers and shit." And then
you were like, "Sorry, I can't."
Like, I honestly can't help you. I try to help you. I'm sorry, but and
then she's like. Don't go away from me! I will walk off into these tracks and kill myself!
She was like...
She said that?
She was like, what? I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna die today! Like... We were like, okay, Sean, we gotta keep going.
You were still staying. I was already on my way home.
Yeah.
You're halfway home at that point. You're just gone.
You know how there's like pillars in the station? I was like this. I was like... She's still yelling over there.
She's like, you get back here! I will kill myself tonight!
Ooh, oh man.
The S turns into a G. You're gone.
We were like, no, fuck this lady.
Disappear.
When we got for our station at Beachmont, I was like, is that she still here?
Yeah, no, is she still here? Like I thought we got cursed or something. I was like, oh man, we're dead.
I was like, oh, you were just trying to help. You couldn't help it. And she was like threatening to take her life.
Yeah, like,
because
okay.
He's like, you're like, bro, I'm never helping anyone.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not helping anybody else in Boston. As long as they're under like the age of like 30. Because that way that
once you hit 30, we're not helping you.
Sorry. Oh, today's your birthday? Sorry, I can't help you. All right.
That was a good podcast, I think.
That one you can call podcast, I don't know, funny story. I don't know.
8?
Something. No, I know, but we always put like
He's
a title. Just put the number.
Generic.
8. Welcome to 8. Episode 8 of season 1.
All right, thank you guys for listening and watching. If you're
I hope you had some good laughs, because I think this one was a good one.
This one was a good one. I like this one.
Nice.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul, for being here.
Hey, thanks for
you're better than Raheem.
Hey.
Yeah, you were. No offense, Raheem, but you actually talked a lot more, and you had.
Sorry.
Yeah, even though if you look back on our first podcast, FW podcast, this is Paul.
Oh yeah, Paul was super. Yeah, in the beginning, like you were super quiet. You were on the lawn chair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you asked Sean, "Where am I?"
You're just playing with your head. You're like.
We're not trying to make fun of you, Paul. Come on,
That's fine.
You know.
Like, but everyone's talking. This is just Paul. He's like,
"Where am I?"
Just completely out of the conversation.
I'm like, producer. He's like, hi.
Yeah. There you go. All right. We'll just end it there. Thank you guys for listening, watching. All right. We'll see you in the next one.
Nice.
Yay!
I think I just died.